Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, cause it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. How y'all doing here? One more day to the weekend.
Woohoo! It's Friday Eve.
It is, yeah.
It's going to be Christmas before you know it.
I know. I am running to get all my stuff done today.
Well, we're already knee deep in Hanukkah.
It's true. I started yesterday with mailing packages, and I had so many packages. I got there at like 4:30 to the post office, and I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll have plenty of time. But I've got Rocco, and I've literally got like 8 packages, and I just didn't have enough time. So I would like stuff the package in my car, tape it up, and then go inside the post office and mail it and come back out and then stuff a package in my car and then go back in. It closed before I got to all my packages. So I got to go back to the post office today.
Wow.
If I'm at the post office, my day is so fucked. Something's gone wrong if I'm at a post office and I'm in a terrible mood. I hate mailing things.
If you need help with mailing stuff, you got to tell me because I navigate the post office like Magellan.
You seem to like the post office.
I do. My dad grew up.
okay.
Growing up, he was a mailman, and then he became a postmaster. So I'm very familiar in the ways of the postal.
I turn very, very pissy if I'm at the post office. I hate it. I can't tell you how much I hate it.
I don't mind it.
It's too much adulting.
It's just, yeah, you're in line, you're dealing with stamps. It's just fucked, man. None of it's fun.
The girl in front of me yesterday was having a meltdown because she ordered these Christmas stamps online, but I guess there's a Christmas stamp shortage, and nobody's got them. Like, when you go to the post office, normally they have like 15 different Christmas stamps for you to choose from. They didn't have any, and she was having a meltdown because she had to use Easter stamps.
Oh, we can't do that this time of year. What?
Well, on the other end,
Unbelievable.
I was laughing, but you just have to laugh.
I think I might have a reason why I don't like the post office, because I was 18 or 19 and I was trying to mail something and it was not going well, and the guy working behind the counter, the mail dude, got really frustrated with me and then belittled me in front of a group full of people, raised his voice, and I felt stupid and embarrassed because I didn't even know what I was doing wrong. Poundage or something.
There is a sassy attitude
Yeah.
at the post office. I don't know. I think that they don't give a F because the postal workers will give it right back to you and make fun of people. They were making fun of this lady as soon as she left, and I was laughing because I thought it was funny.
This dude was roasting me in front of everybody. I was taken back by it. I wasn't expecting it.
It's the new face of the postal service. It's a sassy face.
And I think that experience makes me kind of walk into a post office kind of with a little bit of a dicky attitude.
Feels like as more things are done electronically, they need to be nice to people, right?
For sure.
People still need the post office at the holidays, though, and I was talking to the girl about that, and she was like, we are getting hit. It started early this year. And so people just come in and they just lose their shit. I mean, think about it. In traffic, people lose their shit. So magnify that by 20. That's the frustration with no Christmas stamps.
Well, I don't think most people love going to the post office. So you're there, you're expecting it to be over with. And when it doesn't go your way, some people are going to lose their mind, which they shouldn't.
They should not.
Including the post fuckers. They should be the ones that are professional.
But I understand why they go postal. Because people come in there and yell at them about Christmas stamps. They have no control over Christmas stamps. If there's a shortage, it's not that girl's fault.
Is that the job that is most likely to make somebody snap? Has anybody ever done that where you can figure out if you already have a short fuse? Because some people just don't deal well with other people, and they've got a short fuse and a bad temper. And so working at a post office or maybe the DMV or something like that seems like the worst place for you to work.
I agree.
Well, the reason why it's terrible is because everybody needs them. You have to go to the DMV. You need the post office. It's a thankless job. So all you're ever really hearing is the bullshit when it goes wrong. Who goes in there and says, hey, thanks for mailing my thing so awesome? It's a rare thing.
I do.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. You fucking saint.
I know. So kind. A kind Virginia.
I'm just saying, typically you go in there and it's business as usual, and they majority hear shit from people, which
You're
sucks.
right. People do shit on them a lot. It sucks for them.
It's going to make you snap.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It does.
I'd be the worst post person.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be
I don't
terrible.
think you'd get past the first interview.
You don't have to agree when I'm ripping on myself. Gosh.
I'm reinforcing your position.
That's the part where you go, no, man, you'd be great at
Ain't nobody listening think you'd be great at the post office.
I'd
Yeah.
leave so many sacks of letters everywhere.
You'd have so many paper cuts.
Could you imagine?
You'd bleed out.
Your name definitely would be mentioned in one of these lawsuits that they got about the missing ballots.
Oh,
There's this one asshole named Jason Pennington that has single-handedly lost at least 500,000 ballots.
so many sacks of letters just gone, never to be found again.
Yeah.
Unsolved mystery style.
Just gone.
Though the only thing I'd be worse at is a police officer.
I think you'd be a better cop than a postal worker.
Probably.
I think you would.
I'd be a better desk cop. I'd like to be one of those guys that picks up the phone. No, we're not fucking doing that. And then he hangs it up.
I think it'd be fun to do a reverse career day, where at career day they would sit down and maybe give you like 3 jobs or 3 fields that you'd be good at. We should really hone in and go for the 3 fields we'd be worst at.
Oh, that's
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, because I think you're pretty much right on yours.
Being the post person would be terrible.
Awful.
Chamber to post office, just terrible idea. That's not going to work out. Yeah, as far as your career, not going to happen. Let me see. Got a couple of emails here. One from Molly said, I just want to thank my husband, David, for probably the best orgasm ever last night. We've been together 12 years, and I still can't get enough. We still can't get enough each other. I love you, boo.
That you got to write a radio show about your
Wow.
big O. You know it was good.
How about that, huh? That's pretty crazy.
That dude deserves a Christmas gift.
Good for you. Somebody else talking about the draft we had today. KVJ Draft was on Netflix original series, movies, documentaries. Somebody said a Narcos fun fact. One of the shows, I believe Virginia chose that one.
Yes, I love Narcos.
Oh, I know. That was probably going to be my number one. That and Ozark. I really wanted those. I didn't get any of the shows I wanted today. Drew a low number.
I even dissed season 3, the season he loves, right before I said, and I didn't even like season 3. I'm taking
terrible.
Ozark.
And he took it right away from me. And then I returned the favor and I go for Cobra Kai. And I think it lost it for me.
I don't know if Cobra Kai lost it. I think the other one lost it for you. The umbrella bullshit. I think that lost it for you.
Do you think so?
I do.
That was the one I kept hearing. Everybody in our chat room was like, Umbrella Academy. And I looked at a list that had like the top Netflix original shows, and almost everybody had that way high. And the one, oddly enough, I think Tiger King. I know it got that novelty thing, but when they had the list of like the best Netflix shows, I saw everybody talk about their favorites. Nobody ever really gave any love to Tiger King. And I went with it because I thought it was going to be a huge home run. I think people are over it. I think 2, now he's really kind of an asshole.
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's lost a little bit of its sting.
I think it's maybe too WT.
It is. It's WT.
That's why I like it, but I can see why everybody hates it. I get it.
It might be played, and I think that might have been my worst pick.
Because I feel like Cobra Kai's got heat around it right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel better about if I had to guess and rank them. I'd say it'd be Cobra Kai, Umbrella Academy, and then
Kevin's taking this one hard.
I was thinking it through him. Yeah,
Take it home with you. Learn from it. Go over the bit.
I finished last in the picking for the draft, so I knew that's 4 shows that are going to go ahead, and they were all ones that I really wanted.
You got to zone more in when you're picking your card. Feel the cards.
I don't take enough time.
Each card has an energy, Kevin.
I think everybody should take at least 3 minutes to pick their card. It
You
would
gotta-
take 18 minutes to get everyone's pick.
You got to do a better job of zoning out Virginia. That's what you really got to.
Really focus
And I'm
on
talking
that.
to the audience, by the way.
Oh, look, Elf Dick's here.
Here all day, here all week.
Sounds like a nickname for a disease, doesn't it?
Oh, he's got Elf Dick.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, elf dick.
It's tiny.
It's not flattering.
He's got elf dick, but that tongue game's on point.
Yeah. You want that elf tongue on your clam, ladies? Oh.
Big tongue energy.
So the text said a little Narcos fun fact: Bad Bunny got cast on the new Narcos season. Oh, cool. His new album is first ever all Latino album to make the Billboard Top 100. Yes. El Último Tour del Mundo is the first LP entirely in Spanish to top the Billboard 200 album chart. That was big. She said El Conejo Malo apparently is, I don't know if that's the album itself or the song.
Have you seen the new Shakira video with the Black Eyed Peas?
The video?
The actual. You played the song. We were not fans of the song.
I think I saw just a few snippets of it, but I didn't invest a lot of time watching it. Is it hot?
I'd watch it if I was you.
Oh, yeah, Shakira in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I muted it, put some Billy Joel on, and it was amazing.
Okay.
Shakira
check that
shaking
out.
it to Billy Joel.
I have such a crush on her. She looks amazing. She's 43. Or maybe even older.
Yeah.
She's just.
She does look amazing.
Oh my gosh. I got like a little boy crush on Shakira.
Oh, I think she's saying check out
A little elf crush.
Little elf
Elf
crush.
crush.
You're right. Stay in character, bird.
El Conejo Malo, I think, is the Bad Bunny documentary. She said it's a cool short doc on Netflix, 45 minutes, one episode from last year. You all, I think, will dig the Spanish, but do the subtitles. Lorena said that.
Okay.
Okay. The Bad Rabbit, I believe is what that is. Okay, let me see a couple other things going on. Boy, Netflix is busy. Got a lot of stuff coming out. They are doing an Ariana Grande concert film on December 21st, if that be your thing.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I would totally watch that.
And the thing that I think actually looks good, we play the audio, and it sounds bizarre, but I think the Nicolas Cage doing the history of swear words could be good. It's a 6-episode show examining the origins of a particular word, like the F word and the S word. It premieres January 5th. I'm actually kind of fascinated with that.
I'm fascinated with Nick Cage. That guy, no one can ever call him lazy because he keeps it moving.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff.
He's done so many movies that you've never heard of. He's continued to work.
I don't think he takes himself too seriously either, which I think is good. Yeah, he's done some really crappy stuff, but I think he laughs about it.
He does, and if you watch his 80s and 90s interviews when he's on cocaine, it is amazing to watch. Something no one's talking about, no one's watching. It's very entertaining.
Okay, yeah. So I think it is kind of fascinating because, yeah, I mean, some of the swear words that we have, they're not really that old in origin when you talk about in terms of language.
Well, I remember you gave us the breakdown of what shit means, but then someone called you out for that wasn't the right way.
Well, there's some people that debate, and a lot of times there are words and somebody will give you an origin, but it can still be debated, and somebody say, no, that's not it, because it's really tough to track how language has changed and how it's been used through time. Because no one's really documenting it. You know, it just happens. It just gravitates, and somebody has a theory as to why we say that. But if somebody came out of the 1980s and said, so why did they say fucking A? Cool beans. What did that mean?
And isn't it weird, too, that
How did we start saying cool beans?
you can say cool beans, and that's not at all offensive. But if you say fucking A, oh my gosh. And it doesn't really make any sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah, that's why swear words don't really bother me, because they do change and they gravitate, and it depends upon where you are, too, because you can say different words in different countries, and it has a completely different meaning. I know, like fanny in England, that is like basically saying the puss.
Yeah.
It's very
And
bad.
here
You
it
don't-
means your ass.
Yeah, you don't want to say, I guess fanny pack in England is a very bad thing to say.
So that's basically saying you've got.
I think it's
what's
just,
up, pussy?
Yeah, I think it's a little too much. And, and then in England, I understand they use the word fag, which here you would never use, but that's cigarette. There, you see
They
how
still use it?
I don't know. I know it had been a popular one, and I'd be curious to find out if that's still there, because even though we both speak English, there are a lot of words that are completely different. And yeah, one word might get somebody triggered that you say in England, and you say it here, you're like, oh, what's the big deal? I don't get it.
Well, the shit even changes here in the States, because you were on the air talking about, I thought you were making a mistake, and this is how out of touch I was with the word goat. I'm like, Kevin, that goat doesn't mean great. And then I realized, yeah, greatest of all time. Goat, my entire life up until about 6 or 7 years ago, meant you fucked it up for everybody. You are the goat.
Yeah.
You screwed it up, goat.
Yeah, it's kind of changed.
But now it means the completely opposite.
I feel like when I say that, no one knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, I do know what you're talking about. I remember when goat was bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure this is on.
It's down low, but it's on.
Yeah, in fact, somebody had sent us an email that I had read that came in talking about Always in a Mood. Kyle sent this from Coral Springs. He said, I was listening to Tuesday's show, and you guys were talking about how always in the mood has changed to the opposite meaning, but I just wanted to let you know that there is a difference. The song is always in a mood, not the same as the common phrase we all know as in the mood. So when you use it means you're in the mood for something sexual, whereas in a mood means that you're upset or being cranky. I can definitely see the misconception, but that one word changes the meaning. So overall, the common phrase that we all use still means the same, and you guys aren't old. So I love you guys in the show.
Yeah, if someone says, I'm in the mood, I'm thinking, all right, little 69, and what's going on here? But if I'm
If you're in a mood,
yeah, you got a bug up your ass.
yeah,
Gotcha.
that's the difference. So it's
He
not
sings
saying,
it really fast in the song, though. It sounds like always in a mood.
Yeah, that's what he would say. He's saying always in a mood.
So
in the
you're
song.
there's always some drama going on with
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you're always kind of cranky or bitchy. If you said always in the mood, then it would mean like, hey, all right, this is great.
We're getting after it.
She's always looking to hook up.
Brace yourself for the tiny elf. It's coming in hot.
Yeah.
Tongue game strong.
Yes. So that's what all that means.
Tiny elf. I like that little persona.
Okay. Let me see here. Somebody sent a utensil for Jaybird, a sandwich cutter, sealer, and decruster for kids. If you want to, in a sense, make your own Uncrustables, you could. Remove bread crust. DIY pocket sandwiches. You basically just take this sandwich decruster and sealer, and you run it over your sandwich, and it knocks the crust off and then seals the edges to make it, I guess, into an Uncrustable.
Yeah, the Uncrustable topic is weird. There is a percentage of our audience that gets really fired up when I promote Uncrustables. They don't understand it. They think, why don't you just make peanut butter and jelly yourself and cut the crust off? They really get bent out of shape. Someone sent me the longest email about their hatred for Uncrustables, and when I bring it up, and it's weird. But here's what I'll tell that person, because I didn't email them back because it was long. It's kind of insulting. I would say Uncrustables, they put something in their honey and in their peanut butter that I just can't. I can't.
It's called preservatives, additives.
Exactly.
Artificial color and flavor.
When I make it myself, it doesn't have that same.
It's too healthy.
From a certain point of view, it's too healthy.
Doesn't have enough chemicals, therefore it doesn't taste as good to him.
Look, if you're gonna go into a whorehouse, you're not there to read Bible verses. You see what I'm saying?
That would be a fun experiment.
If I'm gonna eat Uncrustable, I'm submitting to any kind of health at that point. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. The email got to me clearly.
You're a whore for Uncrustables.
Exactly.
That's what I'm taking.
That's what we can boil it down
I'm
to.
there to eat bad if I'm eating Uncrustable.
You're doing it, so you're going to do it to the fullest.
Well, that's why. Salad at McDonald's? Really, guys?
I love their McSalads.
Do you?
I did. They don't have them no more.
They took the McSalad off?
I don't think they have them.
Really? I did not know that.
Oh, boy.
Hold on.
Sinicky.
McDonald's got rid of the salads?
I haven't seen them in a while.
Oh boy, I think we're gonna have to do a
that
KVJ
wrong?
retraction.
McSalad shaker, remember it? It used to be badass. It was a
Kind of came in a cup and you'd shake it up a little bit.
I loved it.
And it's gone?
Why was it
I thought they had gone
discontinued?
more kind of like the garden type salads or the ones that have like strawberries and that kind of stuff in it, like the fancier salads. I thought they were doing that.
Okay, because Sinicki over here made it seem like McDonald's punted on the salad game completely.
I don't know. I honestly.
Do they still make a salad?
You're sticking with this.
Marion said they had to get rid of the salad for the McRib. And
What?
Jesse said they did, and they shouldn't have. No more salads, Toph said.
Whoa!
All salads from McDonald's is gone.
I liked their salads. I really did. Maybe I don't know. I mean, because the kids always wanted McDonald's, and then the salad was what I would get.
I was just busting your chops.
Once again, you're fucking wrong. I'll be taking my apology now. Better serve it hot and fresh like a McRib.
This is the tiny elf, and I would like to say I'm sorry to the Christmas witch. I spoke out of turn again.
Well, I think it's kind of crazy. I thought that was their whole switch and change, was they were going to try to get a little bit more adult and healthier and make this move. And salads would be, I would think, a big part of that, right? So if they have abandoned the salads, does that mean that they've abandoned this think of McDonald's where you come get healthy, trendy meals, and they're going to just be like, hey, we're burgers and fries, and that's what we've always done, so we're going to continue doing.
And I'll tell you what sounds like some spin bullshit. We have to have the McRib so there's no room for the McSalad? What?
The McRib is way better than a salad.
McRib meat pieces in the salad. The
Oh.
McRib salad. Ronald, give me a call. I'm here.
You got this, huh?
There's a Facebook page that says bring back the McDonald's shaker.
The salad shaker was my favorite. I loved it. It came in a cup. It had that round bubble lid that they put on ices.
Yeah, I remember.
You put the dressing in there and you shook the
Shook
hell
that
out
thing,
of it.
Yeah. Do you guys remember when McDonald's had the McDonald's hot dog?
Yes.
No, they never had that at
I
ours.
do.
My buddy loved it, but he was so embarrassed ordering it, so he'd make me order it for him because he didn't want to be, for whatever reason, he thought it was weird to be ordering a hot dog from McDonald's.
You know where they still had the hot dog? At the one in Orlando. Remember the one in Orlando? You go in there and there's like pasta and all kind of crazy shit. I wonder if they have the McSalad shaker.
They might. A lot of the restaurants in Orlando, even the national chains, because I think so many people are coming to Disney forever, they typically have stuff that we don't have here.
Yes.
And they'll maybe keep some of those weird items.
I like it. If I could get a McSalad shaker, I'd be so happy.
All right, well, let's see what the little tiny elf can do this Christmas. I like to overpromise, underdeliver. It's kind of my thing.
You can make me the salad shaker.
We all know that's not the same. Remember when she made the Big Mac and it tasted like the Big Mick?
You know, I say it even as a kid. I remember that. I tried to get my mom to make one because she didn't want to go and buy a Big Mac, which was like $1.40. And she would be like, hey, I made you one. It's just as good. I'm like, not even close.
I mean, it's not even
Not
close.
even close. Doesn't even look like it. Doesn't even
just
resemble
not.
it. Not even close.
My mom tried to make a Whopper. I'm like, Mom, first of all, there's no marinara on the Whopper.
She tried to put Italian red sauce.
Right, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. A couple other shows coming up. Netflix is doing a series called True Story with Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes. Kind of interesting to see Wesley Snipes get back in the game.
I loved Wesley Snipes. He did a movie called Major League and was awesome as Willie Mays Hayes. So funny in that movie.
He was an A-lister in, late 80s, early 90s?
Yes.
And he's one of those ones where it's just like, what happened? You've had a couple that are like that. I think Johnny Depp is starting to fall into that. Didn't he have tax evasion issues?
He did.
Big time. He was in jail.
I think he went to jail for it. Yeah. He got locked up.
But there was really, for a while, arguably, nobody bigger than Wesley Snipes. He was doing White Men Can't Jump. New Jack City was big. Demolition Man, Blade.
Was he in Passenger 57? Is that on his list of movies?
I think it was.
I loved that movie. Gosh, it was always on HBO.
Yeah, he was making so many great movies. Even The Art of War, I remember, from 2000. that he was doing. Yeah, it seemed like the 90s and 80s was kind of where he was.
Blade? Didn't he do
doing it.
Blade?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Did Money Train. Did Waiting to Exhale, which is a big movie. He did, The Passenger 57. He did Jungle Fever. I remember that was real big.
He's in the remake of Coming to America.
Yeah, he is.
That's cool. Okay. That's a good cast. So maybe that'll light his fire again.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see Wesley Snipes get back in the game a little bit.
I know we didn't like the storyline of Coming to America 2, but with the cast,
It's a great
and
cast.
seeing how awesome Eddie Murphy was on SNL, I have high hopes for it.
And he was good in the Dolomite movie on Netflix.
That movie was very, very good.
I'm hoping. Yeah, maybe they can pull something out of the fire that I'm not seeing. So they've got that coming back, and there's also a couple new shows that they're rebooting. Tell me if you like this. iCarly is working on a revival, Virginia.
I would watch that. You know how I feel about iCarly. I love it.
Aunt Anne loved that show.
Yeah, it was
It's so cute.
It was good. It was entertaining, and the big three stars of that show really haven't caught fire. Their careers have really cooled down since iCarly, and why not bring them back?
Is iCarly Selgo? Selena Gomez?
No, that's
that was
Wizards
Witches-
of Waverly
Yeah,
Place.
Yeah. So no, that's not her.
What guy in the podcast doesn't have
Miranda
kids?
Cosgrove is the girl from iCarly.
Guy, yeah.
And then the other girl who was in it went
Jeanette
on.
McCreary or
Yeah,
whatever.
she went on with Ariana Grande to do Sam and Cat, and it looked like she was going to be a big star. And then Ariana Grande became the star of that show, and
She
everybody forgot
did.
about the other Jeanette McCurdy. I know, right?
I
Got
think
passed
Jeanette
up.
does country music, but
Does she? I've never heard of her.
I don't
doing
know if
country.
it's. I don't know if
I
it's
don't think it's
hitting.
hitting.
If Country Kev hadn't heard of it, you ain't doing country.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's an A-lister. I've not heard of it. And then I don't know about this, but they're already rebooting True Blood for HBO Max.
I saw that.
I mean, they just ended their 7-season run in 2014, 6 years ago, and they're going to reboot it.
Weak.
It ain't the same as when it first started. That show jumped the shark.
It got too busy. I'm a simple man.
As soon as they started shapeshifting, I was like, "This is stupid."
Well, I think they we didn't like when people started turning into fairies. That's when that
Yeah.
really jumped the shark for us. We got really angry at the fairies.
it was dumb. It just turned dumb.
I really was into that show though.
It's like they ushered out the old writers and brought in new writers.
It might. There are some shows, and I've read that. It was an interesting list of shows that you didn't figure out why they just all of a sudden sucked. And that had happened a couple times where the entire writing room would quit. And it makes sense because if you click with somebody and you're standing up for them and they do them wrong or fire them for whatever reason and they bring somebody else new, be like, I'm not clicking. No, we don't have the same sense of humor. And that was, I know when I put this show together, the one reason why I liked having Virginia and Jaybird on this show was I think we all kind of had the same kind of sense of humor. Have you ever been in a group where you just don't click with their sense of humor?
Yeah,
Yes.
And
a
it's
lot.
just awkward because you're like, we're just not seeing eye to eye. What they find funny is not funny to me and vice versa.
something you see it's so obvious when it happens when you're talking about when writers shift wrestling. You'll see
Oh, okay.
storylines and all this stuff going on, especially when wrestling had a lot of storylines, which they still do. But if you get new writers in there, you go, what the fuck what is going on?
It just changes their complete personality.
You can't believe what's going
Yeah.
on. The Office had that happen too, especially towards the end. They had some new writers come in,
Okay.
change the dynamic. I mean, you can really see a shift.
Right. And so I think some shows you can tell that. So oddly enough, I'm thumbs up iCarly and thumbs down on True Blood.
Yeah,
We're
me too.
thumbs down on True Blood.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the way it goes.
Some people would call us haters. They'd be right.
Sorry, I demand better from my vampire shows. It started so good.
Well, you hit on something there. We demand more from our vampires.
Seems like people tire of vampire shows. It seems like people got tired of that whole glittery vampire series they had back in the 2000s.
Well, we really got hit hard with vamps. There's a
Yeah.
lot of vamp. You had
Everything was
Buffy.
vamp.
You had a lot of shit with vampires.
We did.
Yeah, everything was. Let me see. A couple of shout outs. One, Katie from Due South is having a birthday today.
Oh, we love her.
Yeah, they got that in a little late, but Joe and Reggie wanted to wish Katie a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. birthday.
Also, Azalea is turning 7. Sorry, Mommy and Dad got that in a little bit late, but Captain Marbles as well wishes you happy birthday.
Aww.
Love it.
Shout out. And a nice shout out to Jeff, who sent us a really cool email. Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. He said, you guys do an amazing job at giving all the feels packed in just a few short hours every single day. You're such a staple to the community here in this area of Florida. I'm glad to see the mentions of people enjoying you in other parts of the world as well. You deserve all the recognition because you've always leave the listener wanting more.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I've even found myself getting extremely upset with you guys when you tell us that you're going on vacation. I mean, come on, guys, quit being selfish. You had a lot of nice stuff said.
I hate to break it to you. We taking a little Christmas siesta.
I got to change my number because people were threatening me if we did not get back to work
For Thanksgiving?
Well, they were sending me. It went from, hey, when are you guys coming on? What the fuck, Bert? Seriously, do I gotta listen to this show now? Like, oh man, I feel like I'm in this terrible relationship.
I love it. I'm here all day for that. I love people threatening you on your private cell phone.
Yes, it's quite something.
It's almost as funny as when they taunt you as the moon.
Well, that's fun. That's funny. Because that's just comedy.
They text him in the middle of the night, pictures of the moon. I'm watching you, Bird.
But threaten that, what the fuck, man? I'm going to listen to somebody else if you guys don't get... I'm like,
the threats.
Damn it, man.
It's tough.
Shit, don't find
tough.
out.
They'll be back.
They don't play.
Don't worry. They need this juice.
Well, we're back tomorrow. See you then. We got a full week next week, so don't sweat that. So we got many shows.
Many shows, and I think we're going to have a few drinking shows. I'm planning to bring in Fire Nog one day and the slushy Coffee Mate boozy shots one day.
And I was going to legit make a serious push of trying to get that keg in here for that keg contest.
I am all about the upside down keg stand.
Maybe for the last show before we go on break.
Let's do it.
I mean, I did get a text from Lana.
Get a good beer, though. Don't get no bitch-ass beer.
We'll talk.
All right.
Yeah. We don't have to, you don't have to scold me on the air.
All right, you guys enjoy your Thursday. Back for the weekend tomorrow here on the KVJ Show. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.